Good afternoon. This is All About Bitcoin, a show dedicated to all things questions and markets related to Bitcoin. Little b for the currency and Bitcoin, big B for the network, a collective journey to understand, apply, and use this innovation, all Bitcoin, all the time. And I'm your host, Christine Lee. The XBX Bitcoin price right now trading at $55,334. It's down about 1.6% over the past 24 hours. A little bit of selling pressure, but coming down from yesterday. According to Trade Block data, the XBX has been the most reliable Bitcoin reference price for institutions since 2014, with billions in assets under management benchmarked against it. And looking at our top story of the day, Israel-based crypto trading platform eToro will go public through a merger with the Special Purpose Acquisition Company, or SPAC, called Fintech Acquisition Corp 5. The combined company will operate as eToro Group Limited and list on the Nasdaq with an implied equity value of over $10 billion. And joining me now to discuss from Tel Aviv is eToro's CEO Yoni Assia. Welcome, Yoni. Congratulations, and thanks for coming on short notice. It's a big day for you.
Thank you very much, Kristen. Definitely a very big and exciting day for eToro and personally to myself as we announce the merger with Fintech 5 SPAC.
Excellent. So eToro has 20 million registered users from all over the world, 100 countries, built a business over the past 14 years, 605 million in gross revenues for 2020, but also big expenses. I'll get to that later on. This is a popular time for a crypto trading platform to go public. Bitcoin is hitting records and Coinbase is also looking to hit the markets with 100 billion valuation. Are you capitalizing on that buzz, and how long have you been weighing a decision to go public?
I think we've been passionate about the intersection of capital markets and technology since we started eToro. I've been a trader and a programmer since I was 13, and we've built eToro with a vision of opening the global markets for everyone to trade and invest in a simple and transparent way. Today, eToro is the world's largest social trading network with 20 million registered users from more than 100 countries who can trade commission-free stocks alongside cryptocurrencies and see, follow, and automatically copy top traders from all around the world. We've been very passionate about cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin specifically since very early on, since 2011, where we bought some Bitcoin to our treasury at $5 and $10 per Bitcoin. We were the first regulated exchange to launch Bitcoin trading back in 2013 in Europe, the first regulated brokerage to do that in Europe, and have enjoyed very much the first crypto rally of 2017, positioning us also very well to capture the immense customer demand that we're seeing for cryptocurrency trading during 2021.
That's right. Congratulations on surviving crypto winter. I wonder about, when you heard about Coinbase going public, how long have you been weighing a decision to go public yourself?
We've always been passionate about capital markets. We've always thought that one day eToro users who invest in stocks will be able to also trade and invest in eToro stocks. So for us, this is a milestone that we've always thought about and are very excited to see it manifest into reality today. So I think for us, this is again a milestone bringing us to the next stage of growth of the company as a public company.
The SPAC will bump eToro's value to about $10 billion. eToro has half the number of the registered users of Coinbase, as you mentioned, which has a 100 billion valuation. Is 10 billion undervalued?
I think, we've gotten to this valuation based on fundamentals. We've been profitable EBITDA-wise for the past 4 years. We generated $400 million of EBITDA profit over the past 4 years. We increased our revenues 147% from 2019 to 2020, bringing us to over $600 million in revenues. And we very much well expect our revenue revenues in 2021 to surpass $1 billion. I think when you look at revenue multiples in general within the fintech industry, that this is a great opportunity for us to go public with.
And why have you decided to go public through a SPAC versus a traditional IPO?
I think the best part of a SPAC is partnering with a sophisticated, experienced SPAC sponsor. We've known Betsy Cohen and the FinTech Group for a while now. This is their ninth SPAC. All of their other SPACs were very successful. And for us, transitioning from a private company, a successful, high-growth public company, to become a public company is a significant milestone of the company. And we thought that partnering together with an experienced group of professionals that have been a part of numerous boards running public companies and have significant familiarity with the public markets is a great advantage for eToro.
All right, so you're going to the public markets, you're going to raise investor money. The big question is, what are you going to do with that money? Where do you see eToro's primary growth opportunities by geography and demographic?
We've seen a significant amount of growth beginning of 2021. The number of average registered users per month grew from 192,000 per month to 440,000 from 2019 to 2020. And we started this year really with a perfect storm of a crypto rally, a stock markets rally, probably the biggest discussion in human history on the value of money and people who are looking through social networks where they can invest their money. And we've seen a whopping 1.2 million registered users to our social network in 2021. We've seen the number of trades grow from 8 million on average to 27 million on average per month from 19 to 2020 to a whopping 75 million trades executed on our platform in 2021. So we're super excited with this momentum that we're seeing starting 2021. We closed a $650 million PIPE investment into the SPAC from really amazing investors, from the largest investors in the world, from Wellington and Fidelity, both managing more than $1 trillion, to great investors such as SoftBank, Third Point, and Iron Group. So we really brought in people who believe in the digitization of the entire financial services industry. And again, we're big believers in crypto as an asset class, but we believe that crypto as an asset class should be a part of a diversified portfolio of users across both crypto assets and the stock markets. And we're very big believers in the importance of blockchain technology as a paradigm shift in the entire financial services industry over the next 10 years. We've made many investments and acquisitions over the past 2 years to position us throughout this revolution of decentralized finance, smart contracts, to be able to really position eToro as one of the leading companies within both the blockchain revolution in the traditional finance space, as well as a platform of choice for users who want to invest in cryptocurrencies alongside equities on the same platform.
Yeah. Yoni, I wonder about some of the risks. You know, in Coinbase, in their S1, they listed some of the risks, some of them being negative perception of Bitcoin and Ethereum, unpredictable social media coverage, or other trending of crypto assets. You've spent a lot of money on marketing to create goodwill. And, reading some of these outlines, you plan to spend $400 million in marketing this year alone. Has eToro analyzed the payback on that? You had a huge campaign last year featuring Alec Baldwin. We had a picture of that. What was the return of the investment on that? Why are these big marketing campaigns?
We're extremely analytical as we think of online marketing, and our marketing spend as presented in our investors presentation. We look at all of our marketing expenses, whether it's specific channels, geographies, creatives, even whether people are coming to trade stocks, to copy people, or to invest in cryptocurrencies. We look at all of our expenses in what we call a TROI fashion, the time to return on investment. In 2017, we spent $103 million on marketing to generate over $600 million in revenues from the cohort of customer who came in 2017. In 2020, we spent over $220 million in marketing, and we expect about $1 billion of revenues generated from those customers. Now, the way we view this is really based on each campaign, on each geography. So I think we've been able to create an infrastructure to scale our business in a very analytical way to find customer demand across multiple assets, multiple geographies. Unlike some other companies, our business is very diversified. We've been able to grow in 2020, 147% our revenues, while crypto only represented 16% of our revenues. And that's because of our focus on our commission-free stock trading launch. We're the only global broker-dealer who's offering fractional shares and commission-free stocks across 100 different countries. And we've seen our revenues of our equities business grow from 11% of revenues in 2017 to 44% of revenues in 2020, while still keeping our leading position in cryptocurrency to enable us to really capture the customer demand that we're seeing now in Crypto Rally 2.0.
Very impressive growth. Yoni, thank you so much for joining us, and congratulations on the announcement.
Thank you very, very much. Always happy to come back. Thank you.
All right. That was eToro's CEO Yoni Assia in Tel Aviv. Coming up, how to invest your money with a Bitcoin IRA. Welcome back. All right, joining me now with more from Bitcoin IRA COO is COO Chris Kline. Welcome, Chris. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Christine. It's a pleasure.
All right. So you have a 2021 cryptocurrency consumer survey showing on the left-hand side in teal columns that a quarter of people surveyed are willing to put over 50% of their savings into cryptocurrencies. That's very bullish. And on the right-hand side, orange columns showing that almost half of those surveyed believe Bitcoin will be worth $30,000 to $50,000 by the end of the year, and about a third believe it will be worth even more. And so you provide a Bitcoin individual retirement account. What are the main differences between a traditional IRA versus a cryptocurrency IRA?
At their infrastructure and the way that it's built, it's very similar. You're putting it inside of a tax-sheltered vehicle for either tax-free growth or tax-deferred growth. But you're just accessing a different asset class, a very revolutionary asset class in digital assets today. You get all the same perks of either a traditional or Roth IRA type account, but you have the ability to access things that you can't get at a traditional investment house.
All right. And what is a Bitcoin IRA, and what makes a Bitcoin IRA different?
Well, what makes us different is we coined the phrase back in 2016. We were the first to basically create this industry. What makes us different is we forged exclusive partnerships with some of the best of breeds. I'm sure you're familiar with BitGo wallets out there, managing over 20% of transactions with their $100 million insurance protection policy. And further, with our new Earn and other programs, we're working exclusively with Genesis. That's a big piece that makes us different. But further than that, I really think beyond our technology and innovation, it's the customer service that we're able to provide. It's very rare that you can find an industry leader that you can get on the phone with an individual and actually talk crypto, talk IRAs. As you plan your retirement futures. I think what our core mission, and this was all built around, is to help Americans retire. I don't know if you're aware of this, Christine, but 64% of Americans are not prepared for retirement from a recent study at Yahoo Finance. Did you know about that?
I'm not surprised. It's hard to save up.
It is, especially in today's economy. So we take that mission very.
Yeah. How many users do you have? What kind of demand are you seeing for your products? Who is using it?
The demographics are very wide range. We have 100,000 users. We just recently announced breaking that milestone, which we're very proud of. Some of the things that have happened in just these last few months have shown some significant growth. Year to year for Q1, we're showing 1,000% growth on transactions. We've done just about $1.5 billion of transactions in our 4 short years of being a specialist for Bitcoin IRA retirements. What we see is our demographic is a lot of different folks looking for an ability to streamline their retirement and help expedite it so that they have a chance to retire later.
All right. And what kind of fees are you charging people to use these products?
So our fees are generally for this year so far have been about 5%. And then there's ongoing maintenance fees. To have an IRA, you have to have a bank. A bank is required to hold those assets. And so they have their annual fee of $240 a year. In general, we're at about the 5% range for setup costs.
All right. And so are you seeing people actually, like how many users are you seeing on your platform right now? Is it popular? Are people, yes. What percentage of people out there are actually signing on?
Well, I don't know about percentages, right? But I know that we get about 30% of users that visit our site, sign up and create an account. And once they're in there, they've got a series of knowledge materials, live pricing. They have a buy, sell, swap feature that's 24/7 accessible all the time. It's one of our innovative pieces that we put together. Right now, the biggest surge of interest has been around our newest IRA Earn program, which we just launched less than 30 days ago. We've already deposited over $100 million of assets into that Earn program. So that is really picking up the popularity of decentralized finance in your retirement account.
All right, excellent. Very great stuff. A good way to save. Thank you so much, Chris, for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, that was Bitcoin IRA COO Chris Kline. All right, that's it for All About Bitcoin. I'm your host, Christine Lee, joining us tomorrow morning for 9 a.m. at New York for First Mover, your first look at the day's global crypto news headlines. You're watching CoinDesk TV.